Hi, I'm Lisa with Unlimited Book Reviews, and thanks for stopping by for today's review of The Xeno Manifesto by Bryson Mann. You can see the picture there. It's very cool. So this book, the stats on it, it's under the genre thriller and suspense, and that is what it's on in both .com and .ca. Right now it's currently ranked at 78,910 on .com and 19,074 on .ca. It's in a series, it looks like, just based upon the way that it ends, but there isn't anything mentioning when the next book will come out or anything like that, but it's very good. So there's one book out, 252 pages long. The main characters in it, we have a guy named Frank, and then we have his friend named Adam, and it's written in third person with point of view switches between them. It definitely is well rounded with the way that it's written with different points of view. It helps you be able to really keep up with the plot. Book description. Deputy Frank Smirnov wants a peaceful life, but fate has chosen a different path. He could never have imagined a course that not only gives him insight to his past, but to the true origins of the human race. NSA agent Zachariah Olmas's job is to eliminate those who know too much, and those beings with powers untold that have elected to remain hidden for all these millenniums now possess evidence he needs for his true employer, the Committee. But Olmas has an agenda of his own. Meanwhile, Roman Petrov is a violent man who puts his retirement on temporary hiatus after being left with collateral damage that leaves him no choice but to eliminate the thorn in his side. When these men's worlds collide, secrets that were never meant to be exposed will shake the very foundation of mankind's existence. So, spoiler alert, going forward, you might learn a little bit, but if you're interested in more details, as far as the actual character's character development, I kind of look at it like this. When an introverted orphan boy struggles with his differences, he pulls away from friends and family to protect them from himself. He feels and eventually learns he is different after being pursued by men in black. During his flight for his life and self-imposed alienation, he stumbles upon a diary that changes the course of his life. He has to come to terms with his new reality and decide which side he will pick to stand by moving forward in a quest that could change the course of mankind. Okay, so the storyline is definitely original. It has suspense in it. There is a little bit of humor in it. There's lots of drama and conflict, and there is definitely a mystery, so it's very well rounded that way. Lots of action. As far as the suspense thriller part of it, moving through the book, he really starts to get into his differences after some backstory, around 10% into the book. And then we have a real good inciting event around 20% into the book that kind of kicks it all off. We start to get into some more point of view changes around 50% into the book to make the story more well-rounded, and it all comes together around 80% into the book. So do we get some answers in this book? Yes, definitely. There's no weird darkness, no weird kink, nothing like that, and there isn't really a happily ever after. So what I liked best about this book is how it kind of pulled together everything that I love, which is aliens and Bigfoot, and it's suspenseful, and it's about a guy who's questioning the reality around him and where he came from. It's all very well done. It was written by Bryson Mann. I would say it was an intermediate style. Call me slow, but I feel like I was at certain points of the book where you had to kind of almost stop and digest what was going on. And so, to me, that made it a little bit more difficult. It was good writing. There were no weird typos, nothing that kind of left you saying, what? Nothing like that, as much as just the way it was written and the way it was supposed to be written to make you question things. You are definitely left hanging at the end of the book, waiting. So again, I think I mentioned that this is the one book out by this author. It is in Kindle Unlimited, and I would definitely say it was a good suspenseful thriller. So I highlighted some quotes that I like that kind of make it well-rounded. It quickly becomes evident that the advances will be used for military applications, for power, for financial gain, and there will be no progressive change for the modern world, only for those specific corporations with close affiliations to the government, for greed. That was said by Mr. H in the book. Sounds a lot like the world today. There are 200 ways to do the dishes, so don't just sit there, pick one. That was Ivan. He was the grandfather. No ifs, no buts, no maybes. They're dead meat. They're toast. I mistyped that, not him. But that was said by Zach. So those kind of give you a general idea of the humor and the seriousness, and then the storytelling. So there's 5 reviews right now on Amazon.com with a solid 4 out of 5. Harlan Bryan says, over the course of the story, we are introduced to a handful of fully animated secondary characters whom all hold a purpose. I enjoyed how thought out this piece was, as it felt like there was nothing left up to chance. Every character, no matter how minuscule they appeared to be at first meeting, were part of an elaborate puzzle. So very well tied together mystery suspense. Mariella D'Amico's heading is, this should be a TV series, which is very true. And 4 stars by Kimmy Shimio6, whose heading says, an exciting and enjoyable read. The body says, this is an exciting and suspenseful book, and the author successfully keeps it interesting until the last page. In addition to a very promising premise which is introduced in a fast-paced series of events, the characters are thoroughly portrayed in an ample backstories. The mystery is suspended as the author shifts the plot by introducing another set of characters with equally ample backstory. The excitement continues as the plot converges in a surprising and unexpected twist. This is indeed one exciting and enjoyable suspense thriller. So I agree with all of them. There were no bad reviews. I plan on leaving just as positive a review as those are. So check it out. Don't forget to like my video if this helped in your decision of getting this book. And thanks so much for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe.